My name is Benedict. So this is a Friday morning here on the AM show. Well, we were going into a weekend where the Ghana Premier League is bouncing back after a month break with week 25 matches. This weekend, 8 matches will be played, and I'll update you and also let you know what's going to happen in the Ghana Premier League week 25 this very weekend. Also, the English Premier League continues, as well as the major European leagues. I will bring you the fixtures, and the UEFA Champions League draw group stage was held yesterday. Cristiano Ronaldo also emerged as UEFA best player for the season, that's 2016-2017, and I'll give you the full draw. So if you're a Liverpool fan, a Manchester United, Chelsea fan, also whichever team that you support that you're in the UEFA Champions League, I'll give you an idea of where your team is in terms of the draw. Now, we started on the local scene, and Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah stated that he will dedicate $5,000 of his monthly salary to support needy retired Ghanaian sportsmen. Now, Coach Appiah wants to improve the plight of retired sportsmen by providing financial, health aid and skill development. Now, he made this comment during the launch of his foundation called the Kwesi Appiah Foundation yesterday.
Actually, one of the things that I realized was whenever I'm at home, especially in Kwasi, by the time I wake up in the morning, I see a queue, and most of them are my colleague playmates. So it wasn't something that every morning when I see them out there, I say, okay, I must be the luckiest person in the world, in the sense that I played with them, and even some of them were better than me. But if God has brought me to this level where I have something to eat, why not also find means to give back to the society? So that's how come I had that ambition to make sure, okay, I have my own players, and at the same time, other sports athletes who actually serve the nation.
And on your part, how much are you going to commit into this?
I'm looking at between $3,000 to $5,000 every month for my salary.
So the Kwesi Appiah Foundation will be supervised by a 5-member board of trustees, including Samuel Nana Butler, former Ghana Football Association chairman. He is the chairman of the board of trustees, as well as His Excellency Amakai Amatafio of Accra Great Olympics. He's also a member, and Air Vice Marshal Isifu Kadiri, also a member, and Mr. Emmanuel Edu Sarkodie is also a member, as well as Coach Kwesi Appiah himself. And Coach Ibrahim Sandi, an ex-Ghana player, has lauded the Black Stars coach for this wonderful initiative.
Well, I think it's a very good initiative that Kwesi Appiah has taken, and this should have been done long ago, but never is better late than nothing. So I think he has done well. We really have to congratulate him, and I believe it's going to help the future retired players, and we should support him, all of us. Yeah, those sportsmen and even a lot of stakeholders to contribute to the foundation.
So that was former Ghana player Ibrahim Sandi. He's now a coach, and Coach Appiah is actually getting ready to train with the Black Stars starting next week for their World Cup qualifiers. That's the game against Congo, which will be played in Kumasi on Friday, and also the return will be the following Tuesday. Now, his 24-man squad includes 2 new players and 4 players making a return. Now, Kwesi Appiah feels he has selected the best of players for this assignment.
I always believe that the most important thing is Ghana should try to win all their World Cup matches ahead of us, which is the 4 games left. So once we've won all the 4 games, then we live it. We never know what might happen at the other end. And it's a competition. We've just played 2. So why give up now? So it's important all Ghanaians rally behind the team, and make sure we win this Congo game and the games ahead. Talking of the players, I believe that for now, there are so many good players out there, but for now, those that have been invited are players that we want them to stand in for Ghana, and defend the flag.
So still stay with the Black Stars, and former Black Stars player Augustine Arinful agrees with Coach Appiah on the selection of players for the two-legged tie.
I think it's not the first time he's done that. Previously, when he was in charge of the team, he did same by way of introducing new players like Achu and the likes to come in. And I think he's continued the same trend as he's been given the opportunity again. It tells all of us that, or he should tell us that he is listening and probably scouting more than he's supposed to. And so it is always good, and it also motivates the locally based players to do more because, you know, with a little bit of effort, you can also play in the main Black Stars. So I'm grateful that he scored Waja and the rest to be in there.
So that was former Black Stars player Augustine Arinful there speaking on Kwesi Appiah squad. So as I noted earlier, they will actually begin campaign here in Accra on Monday. The game is happening in Kumasi next week Friday, so exactly a week today we're playing Congo at the Babara Stadium in Kumasi, and the return leg will be the following Tuesday in Brazzaville. Definitely we'll follow when they come to Ghana and bring you everything that you need to know about the Black Stars as we build up to that World Cup qualifier against Congo. Now, back home, we have to talk the Ghana Premier League, and with 25 matches are going to happen. But before I give you the fixtures, Accra Heart of Oak, they've noted that they are not in a rush to extend the contract of their coach, Frank Nuttall. You know, he has already signed a 2-year contract, and administrative manager of the club, that's Hackman Edu, tells us that for them, they are not in a rush at all to extend his contract.
Actually, we must admit that Nuttall has done well for the club. Because if you look at the past years, you can say that this is a year that House of Folk looks a bit promising compared to the previous years. Though in terms of points, we are not that away from what happened in the past, but consistency-wise, you can say that the team is doing well. He came in late, which was not his fault, and initially we failed to glitter. But as soon as he got his rhythm, you can see how well the team is playing. And apart from that, the players themselves are happy with him. He signed a 2-year contract with the club, and we believe that once the contract has not expired, we don't think there should be anything like that. But in any case, it's the board that runs House of Folk. It's not me as a staff. It's not we as staff, but it's the board. So the board, if at a point in time, if after the end of the season, the board thinks so, nobody can challenge it. But for now, nothing like that is on the ground. It's on the table for discussion. Everybody is looking at him as doing his work, and everybody has to play his role as a stakeholder in the club.
So that was administrative manager of Accra Heart of Oak, Hackman Edu, speaking on Coach Frank Nuttall. So Accra Heart of Oak this weekend, they will travel away. Okay, so they are here in Accra. So, but it's an away game for Heart of Oak. They play Accra Great Olympics at the Accra Sports Stadium. Big game for the Phobians as well as Accra Great Olympics, who are hoping to escape relegation. They find themselves in the relegation zone, and a win obviously will push them up. Accra Heart of Oak also want to win this season's Premier League, so it promises to be a very, very tight game at the Accra Stadium this Sunday. Then we'll have a Buson Dwarfs, Liberty Professionals at the Cape Coast Stadium, as well as Tema Youth Wafa is happening in Tema. Then Asante Kotoko Boga All Stars will be at the Babara Stadium in Kumasi. Bekum Chelsea, Omina Sharks at the Bekum Golden City Park, and Bichim United Ashanti Gold will happen at the Bichim Park. Then we'll have Wa All Stars, Mediama SC Premier League defending champions will play Mediama at the Wa Park, and the Indiana Stars in Tala will happen at the Doma Park. So that's the Ghana Premier League with 25 fixtures for you. But we have to move on and also talk about the other leagues. The English Premier League continues this weekend with some great games. We're looking forward to on Saturday, Sunday, and also we'll see some on Monday. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic has rejoined Manchester United. He has actually signed a 1-year contract. And if you remember, the 35-year-old Swede international made 46 appearances, and at the latter part of the season, he picked up an injury, so he was released by Manchester United. Well, they've re-signed him and is expected to be fit in December. So Zlatan Ibrahimovic has re-signed for Manchester United, a 1-year contract. So we look ahead to what's going to happen this weekend in the English Premier League. The matches to expect some mouth-watering games, and Bournemouth will take on Manchester City. That's the early kickoff and it's happening at Bournemouth. And also Crystal Palace, Swansea City. We'll see Jordan Ayew play against Crystal Palace, as well as Huddersfield Town, Southampton, and Newcastle United, West Ham. 2 Ghanaians will be involved in that game. Christian Achu for Newcastle United and Andre Ayew for West Ham United, as well as Watford, Brighton. Then we'll have Manchester United, Leicester City. Late kickoff on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to see 4 games, and Chelsea, Everton will be the early kickoff. West Bromwich Albion, Stoke City, as well as Liverpool, Arsenal. So Liverpool, Arsenal is the top liner this weekend in the English Premier League, and that game is happening at Anfield. And Tottenham Hotspur will come up against Burnley. So from the English Premier League, let's quickly also look at what's going to happen in the Spanish La Liga, and we'll see if Barcelona, with all their troubles, will be able to, you know, continue their winning streak. They won their first league game last weekend, and this weekend they traveled to play Alaves, the team they defeated to win the Copa del Rey last season. And also Girona, Malaga is happening this weekend. Levante, Deportivo La Corona, Las Palmas, Atletico Madrid is also happening. That's where the man Thomas Partey plays his club football. Then we'll see how Real Madrid can also continue their fine form in the La Liga when they play host to Valencia at the Santiago Bernabeu. So that's it by way of fixtures for you. Quickly, if we can also do the Italian Serie A before we move to the UEFA Champions League. And Benevento Bologna is happening this weekend. Genoa, Juventus, and Roma will come up against Inter Milan, and we have Torino Sassuolo, as well as AC Milan Cagliari is happening. Chievo Verona Lazio this weekend, big game for Chievo Verona. Crotone Hellas Verona, they'll have Fiorentina Sampdoria, and Udinese Spa 2013 is also happening. In Napoli will come up against Atalanta. So now let's quickly check what's been happening in the UEFA Champions League. Well, it's not about matches, but it's about teams and how they've been placed and they've been grouped going into the group stages of the UEFA Champions League. So Real Madrid, defending champions, will face Borussia Dortmund in the group stage, and Barcelona will also meet Juventus. So check this out, and I'll give you the full fixtures. So the fixtures on your screen now. So Group A, Benfica, Manchester United, Basel of Switzerland, and Moscow. That's Group A. And if you check Group B, it's Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Anderlecht, Celtic. What a tight group there it is. And the group of death is a Chelsea group. Now check it out. It's Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, AS Roma, and Karabakh. Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, AS Roma, Karabakh. And in Group D, we have Juventus, last year's losing finalist, and Barcelona, Olympiacos, and Sporting Club, the Portugal. That's they are also in Group D. So you can check the other part of the group. That's from Group E, F, G, and H. Okay, so Group E, Spartak Moscow, Sevilla, Liverpool, Maribor. And Group F, we have Shakhtar Donetsk, Manchester City, Napoli. Feyenoord, another interesting group. And also we have AS Monaco, FC Porto, Besiktas, and Leipzig in Group G. And Group H, where Real Madrid, defending champions, they've drawn Borussia Dortmund, Tottenham Hotspur, Apoel Nicosia. Another interesting group. So that's the UEFA Champions League draw for you, the group stages. There you go. It will start in the month of September. That's next month. That's 12th and 13th. That's when the matches will start in the UEFA Champions League. Okay, we'll talk some boxing, but briefly, Cristiano Ronaldo was named UEFA Player of the Season for the year 2016-2017, and he beat Buffon of Juventus and Lionel Messi. So Buffon came second, and Lionel Messi came third. But briefly, let's talk, boxing, and the money fight is happening this very weekend. That's the dawn of Sunday. Conor McGregor and Floyd Pretty Boy Mayweather. Okay, so Eko says we should cut it. Mikala is also shouting that we should wrap up and run out of the studio. So definitely we'll bring you the full preview of the Conor McGregor Mayweather bout on our major sports bulletin, That's Sports Today. My name is Benedict Usi. Thanks so much for your company.